African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 23rd of September, 2023. In the period from 17 to September 23, 2023, the armed forces of the Russian Federation carried out 12 group strikes with long-range ground-based and air-launched precision weapons and unmanned aerial vehicles against facilities for the repair of aircraft and armored vehicles, oil refineries, storage depots for ammunition, precision weapons, and weapons of foreign manufacture, centers for the reconnaissance and training of Ukrainian militants, as well as locations where foreign mercenaries were stationed. As a result of the strikes, significant damage was inflicted on the logistics system of the armed forces of Ukraine groups operating in Kherson and Zaporizhzhia directions. The capabilities of the enemy's repair and recovery bodies were reduced, and part of the stocks of cruise missiles and depleted uranium ammo, launchers of multiple launch rocket launchers, and anti-aircraft missile systems transferred by the West to Ukraine were destroyed. In Donetsk direction, units of the U group of forces have repelled 28 attacks launched by assault groups of the 53rd and 110th Mechanized, 79th Air Assault, and 3rd Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces close to Kleshchievka, Avdiivka, and Maryanka, Donetsk People's Republic, during this period. Over the past week, as a result of air, missile, and artillery strikes in this direction, the enemy's losses amounted to more than 1,455 Ukrainian troops killed and wounded, 16 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 25 motor vehicles, 15 field artillery pieces, and 3 MLRS combat vehicles. In addition, 3 ammunition depots and 2 military echelons of the 37th Armed Forces of Ukraine Marine Brigade were destroyed at loading stations. In South Donetsk direction, Russian units have repelled 5 enemy attacks with concerted action during the week, continuing to defeat clusters of AFU manpower and hardware. The enemy's losses in this direction amounted to over 950 Ukrainian servicemen killed and wounded, 14 armored fighting vehicles, 32 motor vehicles, and 5 field artillery pieces. In addition, 2 ammunition depots were wiped out. As a result of the significant losses and the low morale, the Kyiv regime is withdrawing units of the 38th Marine Brigade and the 110th Territorial Defense Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine to rear areas to restore combat capability. In Zaporizhzhia direction, Russian troops repelled 8 attacks by combined assault groups of the 71st Jigar, 47th Mechanized, and 46th Airmobile Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine near Rabatino and Verbovoy, Zaporizhzhia region. During the fighting, more than 515 Ukrainian servicemen, 24 armored fighting vehicles, and 19 motor vehicles were destroyed. In addition, 35 enemy field artillery pieces were neutralized as part of counter-battery warfare. In Kupiansk direction, Russian units continued to hit the manpower and equipment of the 14th, 30th, and 32nd Mechanized and 25th Airborne Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the areas of Simkovka, Ivanovka, and Berestovoy, Kharkov region. More than 215 Ukrainian troops, 6 armored fighting vehicles, 18 motor vehicles, 24 field artillery guns, and 1 US-made M1097 Avenger missile system were destroyed in this area. In Krasny Lyman direction, units of the 63rd and 67th Mechanized Brigades and the 12th Special Operations Brigade made unsuccessful attempts to attack the positions of Russian troops near Yampolovka and Torskoy, Donetsk People's Republic, Chervenaya Dybrova, Lugansk People's Republic, and Serebryansky Forestry. As a result of courageous action by units of the center group of forces, airstrikes, artillery fire, and heavy flamethrowing systems, 15 enemy attacks were repelled. The enemy's losses in this direction amounted to up to 435 Ukrainian servicemen killed and wounded, 15 armored fighting vehicles, 16 motor vehicles, and 8 guns. In Kherson direction, The enemy made unsuccessful attempts to seize bridgeheads on islands and the left bank of the Dnieper River. In military operations, the armed forces of Ukraine have lost up to 445 Ukrainian troops, 9 armored fighting vehicles, 35 motor vehicles, 11 field artillery guns. In addition, 8 sabotage and reconnaissance groups were disabled. During the week, the enemy attempted to strike facilities on the Crimean Peninsula with cruise missiles and unmanned aerial vehicles. In the course of repelling the attacks, Russian air defense systems destroyed 5 cruise missiles, 1 Neptune anti-ship missile, and 37 attack drones. Fighter jets of the Russian Armed Forces and Air Defense System have destroyed the following aircraft over the past week: Su-24M, MiG-29, and 2 Su-25 ground attack aircraft of the Ukrainian Air Force near Novovladimirovka, Nikolaev region, and Novorozovka and Novopokrovka, Zaporozhye region. In addition, Russian strike drones hit a Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jet at the Dolgintsevo airfield, Dnepropetrovsk region, as well as 2 ST-68 radar stations for detecting low-altitude aerial targets near Volnyansk, Zaporozhye region, and P-18 and PRV-16 radar stations for detecting aerial targets near Novopetrovka, Kherson region. Air defense and electronic warfare systems have shot down and suppressed 257 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles during the week and intercepted 46 MLRS shells, 9 Storm Shadow cruise missiles, 2 JDAM air bombs, and 3 HARM anti-radiation missiles. In total, 477 airplanes and 249 helicopters, 7,067 unmanned aerial vehicles, 438 air defense missile systems, 12,071 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,154 combat vehicles equipped with MLRS, 6,502 field artillery cannons and mortars, as well as 13,351 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.